Yo. So apparently I'm live. So this is gonna be Knights of the Round. Um, it's a game I really enjoy. It's probably my favorite beat 'em up at this point, because I spent a lot of time playing it to achieve deathless rounds with all three characters on hardest difficulty setting. The thing about hardest difficulty is that it's one of those games that Capcom made that uses two difficulties to actually adjust the difficulty setting, which sounds fucking self-explanatory. But compared to the other Capcom beat 'em ups, this one is relatively simple because throughout all difficulties, enemies and enemy spawns are all the same in all difficulty settings. The thing is, the damage you receive from enemies and is insane in this game. Like after stage 3, you're able to die in 2-3 hits maximum. Also, one difficulty is damage. One difficulty is responsible for enemy attack frequency and how aggressive they are. So some strats that work on default settings don't fucking work on hardest because you're gonna get obliterated. So yeah, that's basically this game in a nutshell. You also gather fucking treasure. You level up, although level ups do not increase your damage and other stats after level 5, I believe. And also, since Pesky asked, I'm gonna be playing Arthur. And out of all characters, Arthur is actually the worst one, at least for me. With Lancelot being the top tier, Percival being the mid tier, and Arthur being the low tier, but the differences between tiers are really close, and all characters, unlike most beat 'em ups ever made, are super usable, super fun to use, and are different. Also, if you ever intend to learn this game, start by learning it with Arthur. Because with Arthur, you actually need to pay attention and use the game's mechanics and play it as it's intended. Also, it has a score system, or well, scoring system, which does chaining, so killing enemies of the same time gives you points, a point multiplier. It multiplies your score by 2, 3, and 4. And once you achieve 4, it will roll back to a ×1 multiplier unless you finish the last enemy with a super joy or a dismount attack. And then it will give you a payout and apply the multiplier to all enemies. So this is the first boss. He can be a jackass and block a lot. Also, the audio is somewhat fucking high at the moment, so I don't know if the microphone balance is somewhat decent. If it isn't, just let me know and I'll fix it. So, all hitboxes in this game, like all attack hitboxes, extend more above enemies, so it's safer to approach them from the bottom, but I usually forget about that. Also, this is probably the only beat 'em up you'll ever see me collect treasures, apart from King of Dragons, I'd say. So the trick in this game is to knock down enemies, stun them temporarily, and then unload with the heavy. Because Arthur's heavy attack deals them almost the most damage out of all heavy attacks in the game. And it has the biggest reach, but unfortunately, it also has the most wind-up. So shit that you're able to do with like Lance and Purse doesn't fucking work. But Arthur's mounted heavy attack is basically the most damaging attack in the game overall. So you want to abuse that shit and set it up a lot. Because it's what makes him stand out from the crowd. Like, he's a beast on the horse, but other than that, he's super fucking kinda dull to play because you can't do super aggressive strat with him. Okay, let's see if I get the manip right. I don't think I have it. Yeah, so you can manipulate a level up staff from the upmost chest, but I fail at it relatively often. Okay, dismount. So, second boss. Trippy, I did commentary for Scoop. So I'm gonna take a death on this one. It's intentional, so no worries there. Okay, time to die. There's a reason as to why I'm basically dying on purpose over here. So yeah, that's a death. So let's breath for it. So you can get a 2-up item on this section. You just gotta manipulate this dude. See? Easy every time. So, the trick to this manipulation... Fuck, I didn't get a stab here. That's not a problem. So, the trick to this manipulation is killing one of the birdmen during their dash, and it rolls over a RAM value to a certain number, which determines what items you get from all the score items. And you need to be at 0 lives to get a 2-up. Also, purple busters are by far the most dangerous enemy in the game because they have no cooldown after their launch attack, and they also don't get stunned after they mess with it, so yeah. Fuck off, dude, Birdman. Retro, this is your doing. He's roaming around. Okay. So yeah, I'm at 3 lives. And the manipulation over here works exactly the fucking same. So the dude is stunned, you're able to execute him. Also, you have this fucking dinky combo when you're mounted, but if you time your attacks correctly, the second hit won't ever come out, and you'll be able to stunlock most enemies with it. Fuck off. So Skywalkers can dodge your attacks instead of parrying, and when they dodge, you entirely miss your attack, but they don't get put into hit stun or hit stop at all, and they can counter-attack almost immediately, which fucking sucks. Because when you're mounted, you're able to take punishment until you get knocked away, and you don't get knocked away or knocked down immediately. And it's random after how many hits you get actually knocked down when you're mounted, so you can actually die without doing anything. Also, you're faster on the horse than busters on horseback. So you're able to abuse that and just manipulate busters when they're mounted to follow you endlessly and not to get an attack off at all. Okay. Also in traditional Capcom fashion, the first boss makes an appearance as a normal enemy. Please die. Okay, wait, execute. Dismount. And yeah. Like, stage 3 is relatively hard for being just the first stage, and it's pretty long. And there's plenty of places in which you can get fucked over. And there's not much you can do about it, because if you mess up some positioning, enemies will just obliterate you. Because, as I said, this is the stage in which you start getting three-shotted by most enemies. Also, you're a perf if you were looking at the tiger's groin. So yeah, one of the cool things about this game, as someone in chat noticed, is that your sprite actually evolves throughout the game, and you change its appearance, and your sword gets bigger, and your armor gets more sturdy and bulky. So it's a neat touch, I would say. And it makes playing this game super fun and engaging. Fuck Super Joy. So, I know this might not look at it, but this screen with the fat dudes and 2 Skywalkers is by far one of the most dangerous screens in the entire third stage. So, take out the tiger. Play it safe with the mooks. Or get fucking hit. Okay, boss time. Hopefully, oh, so level up stuff. That's cool. Fuck. What? Shit. That happens all the fucking time. So, this is the strat I wanted to do, but I've been greedy and I paid the ultimate price. And as I said, you die in 3 hits. Hey, John. And yeah, the cross-up was unexpected, I'll tell you that. So, also, this screen is super fun to do because you can just do this and fucking kill everyone. Because your Super Joy has insane reach for a beat 'em up. Basically, if you stand at 1/3 away from the screen in the middle section of it, you're gonna be able to reach almost half of it, like the entire fucking half. Like if I do this, it reaches up to the half screen from top to bottom. Please die. Dude! Fuck off. So, if I don't mess up the loop, this boss will fucking die super fast, and we're gonna get some cookies out of it. I block the birds. Almost died because I'm a dumbass. So usually this fight doesn't last this long and I don't almost die. Oh, just one more. So we have now acquired a cape. And capes make knights super fucking cool. And we've got a horse. Horses are also cool. So with the falcons, you want to stand in the middle of the screen and just wait for both of them to home in on you. And then just swing one time and they'll die. Okay, more scores, more treasures. Fucking Skywalkers dodging my hits. So, this dude, you wanna lair, and then just execute. So, fuck! So yeah, you can get two-shotted by the fat dudes, which is always fun. And I want to get back on the horse, please. I'm far away from a level up. This will be dinky. Fuck. Okay. I messed up. Oh, fuck off with that green orb. Okay, so as I said, you want to lure the falcon, a bad falcon at that, and then just do your thing and slash them once. Also, the upcoming boss has the best fucking sprite in the game, but you'll probably won't get to see it much. Because this happens. So, here's an explanation. He has super armor. And once you hit him twice with a heavy attack, he gets knocked down. And he maintains the super armor, but you can hit him on the ground. And the way the super joy in this game works, it hits 3 times. Or well, 4 times. So when he's OTG'd, you're still able to punish him and your Super Joy will hit him 4 times and stunlock him a bit even. Oh yeah. So yeah, remember kids, super armor is bad and has no place in beat 'em ups. Oh, and one thing I didn't mention, but both Arthur and Lancelot can execute double hits with their basic slash when mounted. It's really powerful with Lance. It's less reliable with Arthur, but it's still a pretty fucking godly thing when you get it, because it stunlocks enemies and kills them super quick. Because due to some fucking bug in hit detection and how hitboxes in this one work, you're actually able to hit an enemy. See? I did it there. 2 times. Which stun locks him further and for longer, and you just turn them into mindspeed. So yeah, this screen is super hard once you figure the singular mounted slashes out, because you're able to stun lock the entire fucking crowd, like both Tallman, both Busters, with just simple slashes and moving forward. So here you want to take your time. There's going to be 2 Skywalkers spawning once I get past the second barricade. And you can execute them super quickly if you set up a knockdown. Also, this screen is really hard. But you can do this because there's 2 orbs. And you can just dispose of these hugest waves of enemies with just a couple Super Joys. And I Super Joy there to actually cover and get some iframes for when I pick up the red orb, which turns enemies into treasure. Because that Birdman that appears from the left side is actually capable of hitting you at times. And you don't want him hitting you, because this section leaves not much room for the Tiger one. Okay, so this is the Gatekeeper. So this attack you need to block. Okay, now the fun begins. So, this guy usually doesn't go this fucking well. I usually lose 1 or 2 lives on him. He's the hardest boss in the game. And he can ruin your fucking day if he wants to. But yeah, so this is the longest and the final stage. So these fools you just want to Super Joy, because there's 2 big health pickups, and you scroll this barrel off screen, because if you break it, the food item will spawn on the visible section of the screen. And you can just abuse the Super Joy to clear it all out. It's okay, you know why I didn't care about my health on the previous screen? Because there's this here, and if you scroll the screen over here... Fuck... It actually reaches all the way to a Tallman that's waiting on the very edge of the screen, and it disposes of him as well. Okay, so... this screen is super fun to do because you just jump forward, gather all these fucking barbarians, and then just proceed to execute them for 6 score. Okay, so I'm at 35k. Okay, so this is super good score-wise because I should get my... I don't want that. So you want to lure the tigers here? See, level up. More Super Joy abuse. Because there's a level up stuff here and you can just make this screen and all the waves super quick and super easy if you plan it out and just look at your score value. Oh shit! A random fucking one-up. So, mid-boss incoming. Has a super cool sprite. It's rather simple. What the fuck? So, I'm level 16. So, you want to wait out for the fat dudes. And once it smashes the ground with the spiky ball, you just go all in, heavy attack 3 times, block, and that's about it. So, first mid boss down. So, Phantom makes a reappearance, and he's way easier to fight this time around. And the strat is basically the same. Also, you misdirect the dagger toss, so that he throws it to the spot you stood when before he actually started the attack, and it misses entirely. I'm also fucking talking too much and looking at the chat. Dude! So yeah, talking and playing is bad. And I jinxed myself by fucking saying this guy is easier this time around. So yeah. So you lure the Buster out. Fuck off. Yeah, Izumi. I jinxed myself. So you want to be careful with fat dudes because this variant is actually capable of destroying your health pool in just little over 2 hits. Okay. So usually I fucking do this screen pretty differently. But apparently I'm a fucking dumbass. And I engaged both of the Tolmen way too soon. So, Fatman 1 down. Yo, Juno! Sup, homie? So, this is the final boss. And he has issues with his mounted speed, just like Busters do. So, the trick to the fight on hardest is just following him around, doing a jumping attack, blocking his projectile attack, and then doing a turnaround or a heavy attack. And repeating it like 20 fucking times or more. Also, when he dies, he drops a scrumptious chocolate helmet, which replenishes like fucking 75% of your health. Which is super nice. Although it doesn't mean jack shit because this guy is capable of one-shotting you with a couple attacks. Okay. Okay, kill him with a heavy. And yeah, the poor horse. So, the horse gets payback because you had used the dismount attack to set up a loop and just kill the guy. So yeah. So that's nice of the round. I got my revenge for last year because I fucking failed that shit. Yes, Sakurach one-shotting with couple attacks. I just mean that he's capable of doing attacks, but I'm capable of one-shotting you, but yeah. The word choice wasn't the best. So yeah, we became the king of all the Britons on hardest difficulty. This was actually a pretty decent fucking run. Like, it was super fucking good because I didn't mess up the hard parts, I just lost focus on the easiest fucking shit, like stage 3 balls and the refight with Phantom. So I'm pretty happy about it and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. So yeah, we're gonna be back with the Punisher co-op rather soon. A word of warning though, we're gonna communicate in Polish at times. So the commentary will probably be somewhat fucking shit, like really. And I don't know if I'll be able to commentate and talk to Scoop and coordinate, so if it gets annoying or obnoxious, because we'll be using a language most of you guys don't speak, so just let us know in chat and I'll mute the microphone and play it out. So yeah, talk to you in a while.